Hey YouTube, Mike the Rinnai guy here. How we all doing today? Hope we all had a safe and productive week and we're enjoying installing our endless hot water. Alright, today's video is actually going to be a little shorter than normal, and it's actually a new product that is going to be replacing an older product. Okay, what we have here is Rinnai's new controller. This controller is for everything except the RUR unit. It actually comes in the RUR especially if it's the one on the front cover for an indoor or behind the cover for an outdoor. It's what you're setting the parameters. But on an RUR, you're going to be using that MC195 or the Wi-Fi. So this is going to be for like a V series or an RL series or the RU series. What this is their new controller, the MC601. And we're going to unbox it and show it to you. And what it's going to do, it's going to replace the MC91 controller, which is the way you would receive it like this, inside of an RL at the bottom, or inside of a V. That's the exterior. The interior, remember, it's mounted on the door.
Unknown caller.
Sorry about that. I usually leave my phone inside, but it's Thursday before Christmas Eve, so I wanted to get this done. All right, so the controller, the old controller. Now, you'd find this controller in either white or silver, depending on the unit. So this is the control, the MC91-2US-S. So that, remember, the controller that you're going to get inside of the actual styrofoam. And the controller, if it's an interior, again, it's going to be mounted to the front door. And if it's an exterior, it's going to be separate. And then this would go inside. And it mounts to a standard 4-inch box. So it could get mounted to a standard 4-inch box. And behind the front cover, take off the plastic, you have your mounting screws. And then again, you have your priority button, your in-use light, your on-off, and your up and down arrows. And with the controller, you're also able to get diagnostic codes, so any trouble codes, and you'll get the past 12 codes because it stores in its memory. You get the instruction sheet. You're going to get mounting mollies with screws. You get 2 crimp wire nuts and 2 wire holders. And that all comes within this plastic bag for when you buy it inside of a unit, and then when you ordered one, you would get it inside of a very similar box. Well, this is the controller that has now replaced this MC91. And again, you're going to get your little mollies and screws, your 2 little crimp wire nuts, and 2 little wire holders. Your instruction sheet, which is at the bottom. But this controller, I feel, is to be a lot nicer looking. So this is the new controller. It is quite different than the old one. But I think it's a lot sleeker looking. Especially if you're going to put it inside, say, of a bedroom, excuse me, or like a very nice walk-in closet, a hall, wherever, kitchen. It's going to look a lot nicer. And again, you know, it's got that little protective plastic that's over the screen. And you have your on-off, your priority, your up and down arrow, and then on the screen here, where your temperature would be, because remember on this, your temperature is right there. Your temperature is now here. You're going to have your little in-use light. So on here, you have your in-use, so where it says right here, in-use. And then your priority, remember, if you can actually do more than one controller. So if this is just say your primary controller, this will be primary. And we'll go over this in a second. And you have that here on that little button there. And if you notice, you have like a darker and a lighter shower head. And I'll go over that in a second. Now on this, your front cover doesn't come off. Just the two. You have your top and bottom plate that pulls off. And again, this can be put to a standard gem box. Mounted to the wall inside the wall, or say one of these that are in the wall. Two 632 screws. Nice flush with the wall. Both of them have the foam. You have that foam when it sits up against the wall. Both have the black and the white wire. So remember on this, if you're running wire, it doesn't matter which one is which. You don't have to worry about, I normally run red and white, so I'll put the whites together and the red and black together. So now, with these controllers, you can actually put 4 of these controllers together. You can wire them in series. So you can actually put one of these. Now, let's just say you have a 3-bathroom home. You can put one of these in each bathroom if it was a new installation. Remember, you got to run wire from each one. Mount these in. You can set these by hitting priority. You can set them. So just say your bathroom, you wanted 125, but you have kids, you wanted 120. And say your mother-in-law lived with you and your mother and father-in-law lived with you and they wanted 115, a little lower temperature. Well, when you got into the bathroom, you hit priority, and that bathroom, say yours, would be 125. Now, if someone else got into another bathroom, they would get 125. But as long as one person uses one bathroom, hit priority, and that set temperature on this controller that's in that bathroom would give it either 125, the other bathroom 120, or 115, but only one at a time. You're not going to, each bathroom, remember it's one tankless, and that tankless is going to bring up the temperature to whatever the controller that's on priority. So you can link 4 of these together, and I'll show you. It shows in the description 3, but it has 3 to 4. And if you look in the instruction sheet, you see here it tells you how many feet of wire. 1 unit you can go up to 328 feet. 2 units you can go up to 164 feet. 3 to 4 units you could do 65 feet of wire. Maximum cable length for each controller to water heater. And then they got to give you the little picture here. See how you have to bring them all back to the tankless. Not series them, you have to bring them all back into the tankless. So that's what the controller says. And again, it's an MC601 controller. Now, with a controller, it's going to do the same thing as far as giving you diagnostic codes. It's going to give you your flow rate. It's going to give you your cold water inlet temperature. It's going to give you the past diagnostic code. So it's going to give you all of this by pushing certain buttons. But we're not going to go into that. We'll go into that into a separate video once I can get something here and power it up, because right now it's going to be worthless because it's not powered up. I just wanted to unveil this to you, to my audience, so that you now know that this MC91 controller, so the silver controller, has been discontinued. This is the new controller, the MC601. Now, the actual controller, they're still going to have, because they're still stock, there's still of these mounted on the units. So they're still going to be sent out if you need a controller or you have a warranty issue. You're still going to be able to get that controller. But if they don't have it, that's the controller that you're going to get, and that's the controller that will now be used in the future. Okay? Alrighty. Those water filter tools, hold on one second. Again, I forgot to bring it over. The water inlet filter tool that I was selling is still for sale. We still have them. If you're in the continental United States, it's going to be $30 with the shipping, so $30 complete. That'll get you one of these tools. Those of you out there that just ordered them, I'll be shipping them out right after Christmas. And for those of you that received it, I hope you like it. I hope if you've used them, I hope they worked. Please message me on my cell or send me an email. Let me know how you like them and let me know how they worked for you. Okay? Alrighty, so yeah, that's about it on this video. I'd like to wish all of my audience and all of my family out there a very Merry Christmas and a very happy holiday. I'll see you before the next year. So again, I'd like to wish all of yous out there and your family a very Merry Christmas and a very happy holiday. And you'll be safe out there. And all of the information, numbers, and pricing will be in the description below as far as the controller, how much it costs, and then of course the information for the filter removal tool. All right, YouTube, you all be safe out there. Enjoy your holidays, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.